Hello everyone. Today we're going to explain the macro instruction feature in Kinco DToolsPro. So first things first, when do you actually need to use macro instructions? For simple stuff like assigning values or doing a bit of addition or subtraction, the built-in standard functions are more than enough. But when things get a bit trickier, like doing more complex calculations, handling strings, or writing conditional logic, that's where macros really shine. They're based on the C language, which gives you a flexible platform to write custom code and make your project do exactly what you want. Now, let's check out the macro instruction editor and get familiar with the whole coding environment. On the left side of the project, find the macro section and double-click to open it. Let's take creating a new macro as an example. In the pop-up window, you can name the macro, add a description, assign it to a group, set encryption. Once that's done, click OK to enter the macro editing screen. You'll see that a main function is already created by default, and that's where you'll do all your coding. The software also comes with a built-in input assistant to make things easier. Except for the functions under the device communication group, which are used to link internal macro variables to external communication variables, the rest are just standard C functions. When writing more complex logic, the input assistant helps you quickly find functions and see how they're used. Just click a function, and the usage instructions and variable bindings will show up below. Click Insert to add it to your code. Super convenient. One more thing to keep in mind. Just like in C language, if you use certain functions, you need to include the libraries. For example, if you're working with string functions, make sure to add string h at the top. Other than that, the rules are pretty much the same as in C. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see the information bar where it shows the results of compilation. What's great is, you can click on the error message and it'll automatically take you to the exact line where the issue happened. There's also the find and replace function, which focuses on finding and editing variables. You can search exactly or fuzzily, and you can even customize the search range. It is especially useful when you're debugging or need to replace a bunch of variable names at once. Now, let's use a sample macro, the data transfer, from the case library to explain how the device communication function works. The goal here is to transfer the value of set data into a data array in bulk. First, we use a read function to get the value of set data from the project and assign it to the macro variable with the same name. Then, we use a write array variable function. With a for loop, we go through the array and write each value in. After writing the code, hit compile, and you'll see the message in the info bar. Next, go back to the operation interface for the calling methods of macro instructions. The first method is to manually trigger in the switch. If it needs to be executed according to certain conditions, we can choose to place the macro instruction in the global control or window control. Let's check this project offline. First, for the data transmission function, after entering a value and clicking the Transmit button, we can see that the variables below are written one by one. The transmit here uses manual triggering of the macro instruction. The following random number generation function also uses manual triggering. Go to the Global Macros window. Time parsing macro instruction will split the year, month, day, hour, minute, and second and write them into different variables respectively. The call of this macro instruction is located in the global control. The macro instruction for decomposing numbers will decompose the digits, tens, hundreds, thousands, etc. of a variable into different variables one by one. The call of this macro instruction is located in the window control. Thanks for watching. If you want to know about the global and window control, check out our previous video. See you next time.